What's happening, friends? Welcome back to Roleplaying Unlimited Open Table Dungeons & Dragons Monday night. I'm that guy they call Tragically HP. It's me, that Tragically HP. You know, 100th Meridian, all that stuff. We're gonna jump to the live screen here, cause, yeah. We're not looking at me tonight. We're looking at the game. And let's get rolling here into the voice chat. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing?
What's up?
Hello.
Doing good.
There's Dan the man.
That's me.
Hello.
Hey. Alrighty. Well, Evan Lister, welcome to Roleplaying Unlimited. First, game with us here on Monday night. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Hey, quick question. Are we allowed to have cameras on for this? Like, do you do that? Because I know you stream.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't have the player cameras streaming to the Twitch, but of course, if you want to be on a local Discord camera, just kind of increase the community and everybody's kind of on the same camera, that's totally cool. Howdy. Good to see you. Alas, it does not allow me to be on Discord camera and Twitch camera at the same time, so that's why I cannot jump back and forth there, but for sure it's always a pleasure to see players' faces as we're enjoying the game together. I think...
Yeah, I just leave my camera. Whoa! Wow, sometimes I hate having calluses on my fingertips. My screen doesn't like to register them.
I feel like my horrible ugliness would distract from the game, so let me stay off camera.
Impossible. Evan, we have a character sheet set up for you at the very top of the journal there, if you're not familiar with Roll20. It's the newspaper icon there above the chat log. Click that, and your name will be the very first one there.
Yeah, I see it. Give me 1 sec to get camera going on Discord and I'll set one up.
For sure.
You get stuck setting
it's
up
on.
as well, Dan finishes setting up.
And I wonder. I think. Oh no, it's gonna make me unplug everything. I was like, I could be on Discord video for the game here, but yeah, I have to adjust all the stupid Twitch settings here. So, whoops. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Noble Thief, possibly joining us tonight, and then we had another expressed interest here in the past few minutes. Alright, so we got that situated. And looks like we're still on the spaceport map here, searching for Krista Starr. And I know we had a brief tavern brawl down here where Tuki was severely underestimated and made these suckers pay for it in quick fashion.
Very brief, 6 seconds long.
Yeah. I don't know, did they even get their turn? Maybe we should say it was 3 seconds.
They did. They all attacked him, and 2 of them missed, and I stopped the third one from hitting. So they really did nothing.
Hey, you guys. Yeah, you guys. You suck. Hey, no worries there, Noble Thief. For show.
Hey, Daniel, I'm using Charactermancer to make up a character. I can use any of the races that it puts out, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we got a
Beautiful.
lot of options, so feel free to go nuts and please surprise me. There's a lot of things in the new books that I'm not aware of, and players are dropping stuff. I'm like, whoa, that's awesome!
What's the base level he's setting up at 8, right?
Good question.
Yeah,
I believe-
mutate. I'm one of them.
Probably 8, yeah.
Okay, because, yeah, that makes sense. Level 8 it is. Let's check our extras crew and see who's first in line here. Dink my daggone crazy.
It's me. I'm the whole extras crew.
I can't make heads or tails of the dates here. When the hell did I start? When does last week end and this week start? So Wild Bob posted there for Star Wars. Yep, you're locked in. There's Amber. Okay, Dawn wants to extra on Tuesday. I think Dawn is also first in line for tonight, so let's see if he's in the Twitch chat. Can I just talk to you directly? You're in the Twitch chat? You listening? Or should I hit you up on Discord, buddy? I don't see him running into the voice chat, so...
We got a few minutes while Evan sets up. We can give him a minute.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with a text right there, just so he gets the instant awareness. And then, of course, if Aelma also wishes to join up, totally cool.
Yeah, they seem to have gone offline on Discord at the very least.
For sure. Or possibly the cloak of invisibility. And of course I have just thrown Dawn's characters into the archive here. Yep. You know what I'm gonna say, dude. I always do these stupid pauses. I don't know, my brain like shuts off mid-sentence halfway through everything I say. And then I guess I don't know if he's gonna want to play his silly character number 1 or silly character number 2. Because he did just create Twinkle.
He did create the weird fairy thing.
Yeah, Twinkleberry Snodgrass.
I don't know if it's fairy or pixie.
So we do standard array for ability score, right?
Correct. And if I'm not mistaken, we were in progress of merging the two groups at the tail end of last session. At the top over here, I know we had had a bunch of things all kind of work right at the same time. A lot of natural 20s. We spotted Colonel Starr exiting a stretch Humvee and entering a military saloon. Additionally, Noble Thief was speaking with animals and finding out more about the strange shrouded figures that were spotted in the middle of the night. One of whom was observed to be a Water Genasi girl who fits the description of Krista Starr. And then...
Ari in the basement behind him right now. That's where we ended.
What's that?
Ari was creeping up behind them in the basement when we ended.
Exactly. You had gotten into the basement after the four of you had kind of confused the barkeep.
That's how I run my whole life, just utter confusion.
Yeah, I mean, all of you kind of approached him at the same time with different objectives, and he was just like, all right. And then you were permitted to go down, and you could hear some discussion going on at a table nearby, and it was kind of a, you're secure where you're at, but if you were to inch into the room, it's quite possible you would be spotted.
I have a plan.
Fantastic. And get guess Grelix is going to need more time. I will wait to ask him on which character he wants to play. Let's start off with you then, Amber. What's the plan?
I have a plan. It may not be a good plan, but I have a plan.
Plan A sucks. Let's go to Plan B.
I just heard Michael from the other room. We're all gonna die.
Isn't Plan C just a rehash of Plan A? No. Plan A failed, so Plan C is a remake.
Rebooting Plan A and Plan C.
I hear Guitar like laughing like 50 feet in the distance.
Hello there.
Hey, there you go. Quick question: who you playing tonight?
Mr. Twinkleberry Snot.
All right. Looks like
So
we're
the other strange one, not the original strange one.
silly character
Correct.
number 2. He's in Tuesday open table, right?
Yes, he is.
Oh god, I need to make copies of these. Last time I did was in February. Yeesh. Mother.
How's it going, Evan?
Sorry, hit the wrong button. I'm working on background right now, so I'm pretty close.
Okay, just checking.
What level are we setting up at? 8, I think.
8, yes.
Okay.
There he is. I didn't realize there was a Mister in front of his name. I'm like, where is he? I'm in the T's and he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, that's why his name is Mr. Twinkleberry. Not, it's not.
See, you don't even know your name.
It's a tongue twister, man.
It very much is, dude. I'm not saying that.
Very formal.
Just call him
Right.
Mr. T, it sounds like.
Mr. T. I pity the fool that said the full name.
Out of all that rambling, I got Mr. T.
Adam, Mr. T. And Don, if you're bringing this this homie into Monday night, you're actually the beneficiary of a boost to level 8.
Woo.
I like that.
Woo! It's a good day to be Twinkle Starbucks Apple. Alright, a fairy, you say? Well, let's just see what kind of options I have. And if while I'm doing this, Amber, please feel free to continue and drop the plan on me when you wish. No rush, though.
I wasn't sure if we were waiting for Evan to finish or not.
For sure, we certainly can wait till our 2 new characters join us and tackle this collectively. We can pick up where we left off last week and bring them in when they're ready, whichever works.
Well, I can attempt what I was going to do, and then if it fails, we'll go from there.
Okay, I just need to be linked to it, please.
Sure thing. I'm grabbing you a token right now as well.
All right.
It's the links in one of the chats. I didn't catch which one, but I know he posted it.
It's in the Monday chat.
Well, there you go.
Oh, how do you think about this, Don? Pardon me, sir. Might I have a little more?
Well, you gotta
Love it.
realize that his
It's so cute.
yeah, but his charisma is a 19 and it's going up to 20 when I go up to level 8. So,
Are you calling this guy ugly?
he doesn't have wings either.
You love him.
Well, let me see.
Charisma isn't all about the looks.
That's right.
It's about the
presence.
It's the presence. Exactly.
I do have some with wings, but you're also going to be adding a gender change as well, possibly. This is certainly scary.
Well, all right, now it's Ms. Twinkleberry Snot.
Miss Twinkleberry. I might have a dude in here. They're all red caps though, and I know you're not playing a red cap.
Why does she look like she just ate something and she's looking upon a kid like, your dessert?
Yes, you do.
That's what happened to Tukey. That's why he's not here.
Yeah, that is definitely some nightmare fuel right there.
Yeah, I mean, if wings is the priority, they do all appear to
It's
be
not.
female.
It's not the priority.
Otherwise, well, maybe I can type in Fae instead of Fairy, see what kind of options we get. You know, these keywords are always switching up on me.
Probably try Pixie as well.
Thank you. Ooh, she's cute. Oh, those are super tiny. Dawn's gonna be smaller than the familiars if I drop that down. You'll never find your token. Adventurers, nope. Fairy pack.
You don't have to go too insane over it. That's perfect.
Alright, so we're gonna set you up here in the sentry. We're gonna assign your token, hit points, AC, all that jazz.
But at least it's only one character.
Man, I never thought I'd be thanking my lucky stars when that was the case. I'm guessing dark vision, right?
I will have to double check, but I can't. Oh, dark vision because of my warlock ability.
That'd be
Oh.
120 feet dark vision, right?
The superior.
That is correct. And through magical darkness.
I love invocations.
Alright. A name large enough to consume 3 characters' spaces if we're all standing next to each other. I pity the fool. Alright, so Amber is detecting thoughts, you say.
On the colonel specifically.
I still do not have access to my character sheet.
Now you're just being picky.
Yeah, I know.
You can see it, right? Like, it's in the journal. What else do you need?
Yeah, it's in the journal. I mean, so
Just,
I guess I can deal with that.
yeah, just take comfort that I did a half-ass job. There we go, my friend.
Thank you much, sir.
For show. Okay, creature.
I'll have to do a page reload. Hold on one second.
All right, I got some art done for Dirtless. I'm gonna post
Yeah.
that in the Monday crew chat.
Did they add the barbecue sauce?
No barbecue sauce.
F. Super freaking cool, though. Imagine that's him standing outside the cabin up in the mountains, knocking on the door. Let me in, motherfuckers!
Yeah, that is that exactly.
It's cold out here. Alright, good news, bad news, Amber. The colonel is not in line of sight nor within 30 feet, but you did see a few people at the other end of the table. You're not sure who they are, but they are part of the military retinue that he brought with him.
Damn, I thought I could see him from here.
But if you wanted to try to read one of their thoughts, then that's possible.
If I try to move closer, what are the chances of me being detected?
What's your stealth bonus?
Hold on a sec, let me see here.
For show?
Okay, my character's set up.
Fantastic.
My stealth is +9.
+9. Whew. You feel pretty good that you would not be spotted, especially if you, like, just pressed yourself to the floor and kind of crawled in as minimal a profile as possible. At a +9, you're kind of thinking most people probably wouldn't spot you. Of course, you don't know how perceptive these guys are, but you know how good you are.
Should I roll for that, or?
If you're going in, then stealth it up, and let's see if the people in the tavern above hear, "Hey, what the hell?" or nothing at all.
Quick, everybody make notes. That psychic thing that we did last week is still in effect. They could hear that, right?
Yeah, we're all still telepathically linked and everything.
Right, everybody make a bunch of noise.
Are you telling everyone to make a bunch of noise?
Way ahead
Never
of
mind,
me.
I think I got it.
Weren't we doing a performance?
Yeah, you're
There
right.
was
you're
a
right.
whole bunch of noise going on already, yeah.
And I rolled a 23, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, last I remember, you guys were all like doing a performance in the tavern and, you know, entertaining people while I kind of just sit at the bar close as possible to that cellar door.
Yeah, that seems about right, because I remember pulling out my lute to play.
Right, and then there was a lot of music, and Durlus was like, all these flutes and pipes and lutes and no drums.
That was the other week.
Well, excuse me.
Yeah, that was at the cabin.
I can't remember. I'm lucky to remember my own name.
You don't play an
some days.
instrument.
You play too?
The other bard was
No.
here and was playing music to distract everybody.
Does anybody play the spoons? They're very popular in this spaceport.
I actually used to.
Nice. Okay, so good news. Nobody spots you as you emerge from your little hidey hole there. Wisdom saving throw. Let's just see.
You only need a whiz save if you're digging deep, I thought.
That is
I'm trying to-
correct.
So
I'm
you
just
could
trying to
get
find out what they're doing.
surface thoughts.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just find out what.
Colonel Starr is a blank slate. He seems to have some kind of amulet of undetection or ring of mind shield or something on, because you're just like not connecting at all with him.
Bitch.
Free loot.
What they are talking about, though, does seem to pertain to the kidnapping, and one of the other officers here at the table is talking about the recent disappearance of an Earth Genasi bodybuilder here in the spaceport. The gym that this guy has been running for some time has been closed for a couple days now since this guy went missing, and they're just kind of putting their heads together on the impossible coincidence of, okay, Colonel Starr's daughter, a water genasi, is missing. We have reports of this Earth genasi. We also heard something about a possible fire genasi being spotted in the group of shrouded figures that were escorting people around at 3 a.m. a few nights ago in the spaceport. So there's a lot of just ideas bouncing back and forth. Some might have validity, some might not. Very quickly, though, it seems that the decision is made by the group that whatever is going on and whatever the next step is to be, they're going to go check inside the mountain itself to try to learn more about the identities of these shrouded people. And there's also talk of possibly using military authority as necessary in this instance to gain access to restricted areas, to gain information from people who may not want to give it. And Ari is definitely kind of like, yeah, these guys are not fucking playing around. Something serious is going on here, and yeah, they are all on deck.
All right, I want to sneak back out and tell the rest of the group about the Captain Planet Genasi. Apparently, this cult is building.
All right. Try another stealth roll here. Sweet. And there you go. And you managed to get out back into the bar. The barkeep is busy dealing with other people here, so he's not even paying attention to you.
Can you remind us what we learned about the air genasi from the other group? I don't remember.
Oh, I think I was confusing the fire with an air. It was the air.
Okay.
Yeah, there was an air genasi who was also spotted in the shrouded figures.
Okay.
No one's seen the air genasi for 100 years. Everybody knows that.
All
I
right.
had fire, water, and air written down. I didn't have anything written down about Earth.
Correct. We just learned
That'll be
about
fine.
Earth
Okay.
just now,
gotcha.
and technically only Ari knows that, but she is
Correct.
passing that information along.
Okay, now they need heart, and what are the rest of them?
And I'll form the head.
Captain? Let's see.
Okay.
Are
Wait,
you
wait,
telling
hold
everyone
on. Are we-
telepathically this, or?
No, I came back up. And then
Yeah,
I'm
that-
telepathically telling the other group at the on the other side of town.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. I was like, okay, so telepathically, then we should probably head up towards your area.
Do we want to go to the spaceport? That's where it seems to be going down. Or do we want to wait until, I don't know, it's darker out or something?
Well, do we want to intercept the colonel on his way to the mountain, and offer our assistance directly, or do we still not trust him with what you've said? It sounds like he's in the dark as well.
That's going to have to be a team decision.
Yeah. Well, we're all telepathically speaking.
Ari doesn't trust anyone, so I'm fine just ignoring him and going on our own. But if you guys want to try and team up, I don't see him going for it, but we can try.
I don't think he's actually. I don't think teaming up with him is the right idea here.
I would say I could cast suggestion, but he blocked my detect thought, so I don't know if it would work or not.
I think. Well, it sounds to me that they're just gathering Genasi, and I think his daughter wasn't really a target, so to speak. They were just looking for any water Genasi.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Zagarian's away from the keyboard, but he wanted to suggest because he has military credentials, he could probably get in with the colonel if he wanted to try. We may want to take this time to load Evan into the board, though. I'm pretty sure he's done and waiting on us now.
For
Yes,
sure,
I
for sure.
am. My character sheet kind of went wonky and put me at character level 9, not 8, but it seems fixed now.
Yeah, I was just looking over it and making sure everything's good. Now I just got to find a character token for you, and yep, drop you right in.
Kinkus! They are so fun.
F yeah.
Well, Durlus and Tuki, why don't we head up to meet the other group?
Yeah,
where
let's
they're
meet up.
at?
Let's have this conversation in person.
Agreed.
Okay. I was gonna say we can also take a two-pronged approach where somebody tries to get in with the military, and then another group also tries to get in without military aid.
Ooh, I
I'm
like
trying
that
to stealth
token.
in.
Easy peasy. First one on the list, too.
Nice.
So we'll link this up to your character. You'll be able to move it around here shortly.
I think getting him involved is a bad idea. This is his daughter we're talking about. He's gonna go flying off the handle and make things more complicated.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Or he'll hire us to do the work and then we get paid twice from two different groups.
I kind of doubt that when he came with his own forces.
Ari doesn't want to trust him, but also wants to double pay.
It's rough to say. I didn't get a good impression with what our captain told us about him, but him not being aware of what's happening and just as, I'd say, confused, hence the aggression. We know that's his thing.
Exactly. And
I
you
don't
wouldn't
think
want
he's our
somebody
enemy in
aggressive
this.
in there.
Yeah, I don't think he's our enemy.
Well, we
How
talked
much?
last week
how much-
doing 2 teams, and one doing stealth and one doing a front assault. Do we want to try that? The front assault talking to the colonel directly, and maybe do a front assault with him, and then me and somebody else sneak in the back.
If we do that, I'm a Kenku rogue, so I can see about doing a stealth approach with you.
I could use somebody else. I had a bard last week, but he's not here this week. So
I mean, DM, I forget. How did people get into the tower temple or this was the city itself in the mountain, right? So it's not like difficult to get in there, or was it?
Well, the military checkpoints are certainly a lot tighter. That was one thing that you guys had heard from the guys in the broken or the bloody nose or the bloody tooth.
Yep.
Just that military cordons had gotten a lot tighter. People were checking IDs a lot more to get into certain areas, and all seems to stem from Colonel Starr's presence here. And just, this is something we always do when we have a new player, new character joining the tabletop. We should definitely kind of go through all of our existing characters, brief rundown, who you are, how much Evan and Don's new characters would know about you, and vice versa. You're all on the same ship that travels from planet to planet, conducting these missions of exploration and treasure hunting, exotic creature capture, what have you. So how much you specifically know about each other is definitely up to you. Of course, once we get into the game itself, it then becomes whatever we learn in the story in that case. And I'm saying here, let's have Westy go first here for character intros.
Yep. So Silatum, he's a younger, average age human male, although he has white hair throughout. Kind of took a little bit of shield drain in his essence, first planet he went to. Quite often has kind of some arcing lightning bubbling around him with his arcane ward, and yeah, just human wizard doing his thing.
Thank you. Up next, Tuki Tuki.
Tuki Tuki is a Aarakocra. Kind of looks like a giant eagle. He enjoys looking up at the stars and mapping them on this crystal object that he has. But otherwise, he likes hanging around Durlus and getting in a few scrapes.
And speaking of which, Durlus, you're next.
Durlus is a Dwergar, a Grey Dwarf. He carries a whip on his hip, but lately he's mostly been just punching people with his bare hands. And he wears spiked armor. He's a barbarian. And yeah, he's got a perpetual case of resting bitch face. And not exactly a friendly demeanor.
I have to ask because it's probably made worse. Is it involving the fact that he's sitting on a boat too?
boat.
Oh wait, we're not on a boat. Never mind.
Close, a space boat. Enchantress, tell us about tell us about your character, please, Kai.
So Kai is a wood elf, very quiet, just basically a point and shoot kind of thing, but also likes to wander around and just explore all the little stuff.
Sweet, sweet. And up next, Amber, and then Michael.
Ari is a tiefling bard, and she's very friendly, and she doesn't talk about herself much. She will talk for hours, but say nothing.
And how about Zygarian?
Zygarian is quite possibly one of the largest dragonborns you'll ever freaking see in your life, at just north of 7 feet and just over 300 freaking pounds. He comes from a long line of military officials. His father was a high-ranking military man, and also a long line of Bahamut paladins. Currently, he is Ari's parole officer.
We didn't need to bring that up.
All
Ari
right.
got breaking into a temple of.
Yeah, I had to bring that up.
She got busted breaking into a temple of Bahamut, and now she has a parole officer. It's a whole big thing. We'll go over it later. Probably not. I don't know why I said that.
I don't know. I feel like we're gonna need that if the IDs come into question.
Well, minor illusion.
Don, what you got for us?
Okay, so Miss Twinkleberry Snodsworth is a 3'2" fae with wings, and the only thing that matches his bravery is his persuasion and charisma. He does not like nicknames, so therefore, he will correct people on his complete name, even if I don't do it out of character. And just assume when you call him Mr. T or something, he's going to correct you with his full name.
Is that allowed? Like, I mean, you should have to say it.
Auto
Right,
retort.
I could
Auto
roleplay- I'll
retort.
roleplay it,
I want to
Um,
see the roleplay on that shit.
If you want to,
although,
Don, if you want to find the middle ground,
I'm
get a
calling you
T-shirt that has your character's name on it and just point to it.
Just point.
yeah,
Oh,
that'll
you
work
Twinkle
too.
for the whole game.
He's a hexblade swashbuckler, so he's very dangerous with his packblade rapier.
I don't remember saying warlocks were allowed. I will destroy you.
You
have to
always
really
try to
keep
destroy me.
You will
So,
need to
and there you
listen
go.
to be
That's him.
punished. And let's learn about our new Kenku friend here.
So Whistler is he's a swashbuckler. He's very good at mimicking sounds and forgery. He's very quiet because Kenkus tend to be quiet and mimic sounds instead of actually talking. He wishes he could fly because they lost that ability. So anyone that has wings or fly, he's going to hate on principle.
Oh no, Twinkles.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
The two new guys show up and they're both like fighting and arguing with each other as they enter the tavern. All right, what the hell's the deal here?
Well, we're both swashbucklers too, so I mean, we're both high charisma characters who have a jealousy of each other because he's probably much better with his roguish skills than I am, but I also have extra spell capability, so
And wings.
and wings. So
Oh,
this-
Probably the
it'll
big
be a
part.
great. It'll be a great dynamic. It's not going to hurt anything or anything like that. It's going to be a great dynamic. He will work with them, but you may hear some snide comments out of Twinkleberry.
Yes. Kenku will
Wait till you meet Sierra Coker.
Kanku will sit here and try to bite Twinkleberry's wings or scratch him or whatever he can to get rid of him because he's totally jealous and petty like that.
Oh,
Why do you only have 39 points? Did you roll pretty bad, or is that just...
That's just what it gave me. I didn't do a roll. That's just what it gave me.
Well, that's unfortunate. Might need to look into that later on for show.
Yeah, because I took average on everything, and I'm at 59 hit points. So unless you had some pretty bad rolls...
I think you have to do the HP roll, like during the level up process, you have to roll or click average. as
Correct. If you
level
try to
up.
do it all in
otherwise
one
it
shot-
doesn't. Yeah, otherwise it
Yeah,
doesn't.
if you do it all in one shot, it doesn't get all your hit points in.
Yep.
Well, Charactermancer didn't give me the option to roll, and I didn't see a thing for hitting an average for hit points, so I don't know.
No worries. Did you want to roll, or do you want to take the average? Because we can just amend that real quick.
I can do the average because I have pretty crappy constitution as is. I
Yeah,
guarantee
you
if I
do.
roll, it'll be
Yeah.
worse.
Okay, so do some quick calculator math here.
Okay, quick question then. Why did you take Swashbuckler, who's going to be frontline if you have a crappy con?
Because there's multiple ways to play great characters.
Oh, true. No, I understand that. I was just, I'm going to shut up then.
Because the one thing that I love the most is being able to piss people off by evading. So I'm really hoping RNG gods work with me.
There you go. That'll be good.
Yeah, Dan rolls like 19s and 20s all the time. So
Yeah, so you have evasion
gonna
and HP dodge, and I don't have either of those yet. So
Oof. Man, with that Constitution negative, the average hit points only puts you at 41.
That's fine.
Maximum for first level, and then 6 at each level.
that's well less than the wizard.
Yeah. Jeez.
That's fine. Just gotta pray that the evasion and dodging are really, really good.
Or just don't let yourself get attacked.
Hide behind the
too.
Dragonborn. That's what I do.
I am only 5 feet, so he would make a very good body blocker.
I'm only an inch taller than you, and that's disappointing.
Everybody hide behind Mr. Twinkleberry.
Yeah, Mr.
Shield the
Twinkleberry or me, one of the two. Also, while you're at it, just
Twinkleberry
remember,
Snodsworth.
the 4 Ds of dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dive, and dodge.
Yes,
Somebody get me a wrench.
absolutely.
We gotta test out the new guys. Somebody find me a wrench.
So what's our plan here then? What are we thinking?
I
That we
think
were still
the,
discussing.
Yep. So the other, I hope that we can say that our conversation was kind of had as we had found transport from down south up to them.
Oh yeah, and you guys paid for the day pass, so there's no need to expend
Correct.
any extra coin in that regard.
Yep. So then we
Yeah, that's
we
right. Last I
make
remember,
our
you guys
way
wanted to come
up
join us.
there.
Oh yeah, I'll just scoot the group on up collectively. Ta-da! There we go.
Personally, I like the stealth approach, the two-pronged approach, where I stealth in with whoever, and a second team goes to try and maybe talk to the colonel, at least give it a shot. You know, worst case, we have to fight a colonel. We'll see what happens. But I like the idea of sneaking in. I think we could do that.
I mean, if all you need is a distraction, I can distract. You don't need the colonel to get involved.
Well, the troops down south did say that the checkpoints have increased, which they were none too pleased with. So
Longer
We
we'll have
hours,
to,
no extra
we'll have
pay.
to have a
Believe
way
that.
in there.
I could try to talk us through it.
Yeah, so I was gonna say we can either try and sneak past or charisma our way through. One of the two. We have high charisma people here.
The guards were overly disgruntled as well, so bribery and money may go, and a smooth tongue may go a long way for us in this instance.
Well, I hope your
Find the right
pockets are
people.
pretty deep. Mine are empty.
Also, what you're saying is Zagarian is screwed.
Zagarian will distract. I've got a bit of money.
I'll loan you 250 gold. Please return this when we head back to the ship.
Remind me, I will forget.
No,
I
not.
didn't
I'm
tell
giving
you.
Twinkleberries. Nosworth.
Amber's just like, zoink,
Yeah,
mine.
Nope. Nope. Giving it to the fairy.
Sleight of hand.
Mm,
Well, I
I'm
appreciate
literally
that.
Right.
giving him money from my bag of holding. You're trying to take it out of my hand as I'm handing it to him.
My sleight of hand is +9. I'll see what happens.
Weirder things have happened in D&D.
Can I roll on that one?
21. Beat that.
Oh, absolutely. And she's
What
I
about
swear I just had money in my hand.
22. As she steals it, I'll steal it from her.
What about your parole officer? Is he paying attention?
he's always paying attention, we said.
Yeah,
think I should
he's
get
paying
advantage on that
attention,
roll because
shaking
you're
his
trying to-
head, and trying not to laugh.
All right. Well, here is how it does in fact go. Trying
I pull
something
it back from Evan.
trying something so blatantly obvious does impose a substantial penalty in addition to advantage or disadvantage, I should say, as well as advantage on the opposing side. So that is actually a 16 on Amber's behalf with some minuses and a 14 on Westy's behalf. So it's very much like, hey.
It's literally in my hand. What are you doing?
Suggestion.
Old habits
Wanna
die
put
hard.
that up?
Yeah, suddenly Ari hears an annoyed growl as a key dangles from Zagarian's finger.
Busting out the enchant.
Suggestion. That money was mine the whole time.
No, it wasn't. I'm standing here watching you.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was hers.
Exactly.
No, I'm really sure.
Durlus just wants to see the world burn.
Ari,
Cookie
Wanna
other
do
than also
this?
anyway.
I mean, I get a save. Let's see. The whiz save, we'll just roll that.
Correct.
17. No!
I disagree.
No!
What we have here is failure to communicate.
I kicked her out of the group chat.
How did you all survive up until now, trying to hustle each other?
This is new behavior. I don't know what's happening right now, but
Unfortunately,
Please.
this is the first time.
please return the gold when we head back to the ship. Use it if we need to pay our way through.
Very
I'm
well.
not the smoothest talker, but
I
and
could
so you have
use-
250 gold.
I could use
I appear to have started a trend.
You were trying to use mimicry to what?
I could use mimicry to copy to mimic somebody's voice and make it sound like there's two people and just drive people up the wall while I steal it.
Steal the gold I'm giving, or
Yes.
Yeah, I feel at this I feel at this moment the
don't-
trustworthiness level of this group has dropped quite a bit, actually.
It's a little concerning considering the missions we're going
He's
on.
literally on parole. What did you expect to happen here?
What are you, cop?
You have somebody that's on parole.
she
You
may
have
not
two
be a cop, but I may as well
swashbucklers.
be.
What do you expect?
Sorry,
I had to bring my parole officer to even come on this mission. What did you think was going to happen here?
Epileptic, the correct response is, I'm a cop, you idiot! I'm Detective John Kimball!
There's plenty of gold and other things to steal from those that we're targeting. We don't need to reduce ourselves and our capabilities by
Yeah,
going
we're
after
wasting
each
time
other.
here. He's right.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, did I have 72 seconds on the travel to from there to here?
Absolutely.
I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Cool. My ward is back.
Alrighty then. So we're planning on splitting into two again, and some people are going to try a direct approach for Colonel Star, and others are going to try to sneak, I'm guessing, past the cordon into the city proper.
Oh, you're just trying to get over the wall? I start flying.
No, it's through the tunnel into the
that's what
mountain.
it is.
Yeah.
You can fly over the mountain easily if you want, though. It's beautiful up there.
Have fun up there.
Oh, no, I would rather stick with a group of people. Hey, where did it go?
Wait, so did we want to go sneak or did we want to go charisma? I don't think we landed on what we were doing there yet.
I think it's best to just be straight on. We're going through checkpoints, so
We might as
The
well try the
chance-
charisma first.
the chances of being detected by on-duty guards is fairly high. For the average
So,
person amongst us.
Okay,
So
does anybody
we're
want
gonna
to
be-
beat me in persuasion, though?
so we're gonna be exploiting Zagarian's military credentials, or
You want to go talk to the colonel, see if he'll join forces.
I think, Zargarian, if you wanted to stay behind and talk to the colonel, you are the probably only one amongst us that won't just be stabbed for broaching it. Play ignorant and
Yeah.
don't let on that you were hired, but say that you've heard a lot of rumblings from the other soldiers, which his anger would only be directed at the soldiers and not you for hearing it.
okay. I think I might have an angle. I have an idea. I think I might have an angle.
Because you're not lying. Like, I know you paladins can be odd about it, but you're not lying if you said you heard soldiers grumbling. There was plenty of disgruntled soldiers down south.
Yeah, that was the city guard, though, wasn't it?
I thought they were soldiers, not city guard. Maybe they were.
Wow.
I forget who they were. They were soldier type, and they were drunk. Yeah, I just have a group of military folks grumbling.
Whoa,
Dan, do
you're
you
breaking
remember?
up really bad, dude.
What are we asking in particular? They were primarily complaining about having to do extra work for, not any extra pay due to the colonel suddenly showing up and throwing everything into upheaval.
Right. Were they on the city guard side or were they on the colonel side?
They are regular deployment here in the spaceport, so they're of course subject to the colonel's whims, but they are not under his usual command.
Gotcha.
Makes sense. I mean, if you're
Okay,
comfortable going by
yeah.
yourself, that's an option. But
Well, I don't know about by myself, but yeah, I think I've got an angle.
Since we have a lot of charisma in this group, I feel like I should go with Zagarian just to keep him out of trouble. And send Twinkles and I forgot Evan's character's name. Whispers, I think.
Yeah.
Whistler, sorry. Into the charisma past the guards.
I'm sorry, what are you getting the
it's-
colonel for? I'm a little confused.
He wants to see if the Colonel will join forces in the search for the Genasi.
If he wants to approach the Colonel, I feel that the only way to do so is from his soldier to soldier as he is. He's the only one who can likely do that amongst us.
It feels like if the Colonel...
But I don't know if it's the right call.
It feels like if the Colonel goes and rescues his daughter and the other Genasi, we don't get paid for shit. Because we didn't do anything. We just told him, like, where they are.
We can forgo the Colonel if that's what you guys want to do. I'm just trying to play all sides here.
So I have a question. Was the Colonel sent by someone higher up in the chain of command than him, or
No, it's
do
his
we know?
daughter. He's after his daughter. His daughter is the water Genasi that we're here to find.
Yeah, it's his daughter that we're here to find. Whether or not he's here of his own accord or under orders is an unknown.
Because I was going to say, if he's under orders, I have expert forgery, so I could forge like some papers to kind of tell him to join forces.
I don't think he's here under orders. I'm pretty sure it's just because, you know, it's his daughter.
Yeah, it's his kid. He's his kid.
Yeah, with what the
I
captain
believe he
told
might
us
be
about his
blackmailed by
aggressive
the
nature.
health of his daughter.
Sorry, go ahead.
So you all believe he's being blackmailed because they're holding his daughter?
No, blackmail has nothing to do with it. They didn't leave a ransom note or anything. That she was just missing.
Yeah, I don't think he's been contacted. I think the concern is from the captain's side is that he's fairly aggressive, and as such, he's liable to cause other problems or something. And that does give me pause in going to reach out towards him.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, my question earlier was strictly, it is there to talk to him, it's should we, and I'm not leaning that way, it was merely a possibility. But if we do approach him, the only one that should is Argarian, I believe.
Did the possibility arrive that she may have left of her own volition?
That was my first thought, but with the cult involved, I'm not sure.
Initially, that was a possibility. I mean, it is still a possibility, but there's several Genasi now that we've learned about who have gone missing. So for her to leave on her own accord as well?
It might have been that she left and then got kidnapped along the way, but either way...
Agreed.
We've seen with the fire Genasi as well, so, or we assume that was her that was seen with the fire Genasi.
Well, maybe they're being used as some sort of ritual pieces? Especially if you're talking about different elements.
That was the going thought here.
Yeah, the Captain Genasi.
Yes, they've captured... The guards down south mentioned an air Genasi, and we've heard tales of fire Genasi apparently, and now this earth Genasi you mentioned. So that's
got cult shit written all over it.
Yeah.
Do we need the Colonel in order to get through the checkpoints?
That's a possibility.
Not necessarily. He would likely make the job easier because he could give us some sort of pass through, and that's why I even brought up the subject of speaking towards him. I think if Zargarian is going to approach him, he should do it before we all head in.
I mean, we're standing right here. Why not give it a shot? And if they deny us, then we can go get them.
That's what I'm thinking is...
Yeah, and Zargarian's sitting in that seat as close as possible to the cellar doors. So if you want to play it like that, then it's fully possible to just, for me to stand up from the bar and my face is the first thing he sees when he comes out that door.
I don't know if impeding his way is the greatest introduction.
Well, if he could...
Well, not necessarily impede, just like I could be right there by the door ready to, hi, we need to talk.
That would be a much better approach, yes.
Because that's how every We Need to Talk sounds.
Yeah, no, I'm with that. Like, every time you hear We Need to Talk, never sounds good. But if we need a pass, if I could get, like, a copy of the Colonel's handwriting, I could possibly forge a pass, too, because I do have that expert forgery. So it might be we don't need him at all.
What about a badge from one of these military guards?
They'd have to be direct soldiers under him for the badge to have his signature on it, I would imagine.
Well, I'm just saying, we got a couple of rogues here. Maybe one of them could lift one of those badges off of these checkpoint guards, and yeah.
That's an option. Now we just gotta
Go
figure
talk
out
with the
which
military
guard.
with me.
Say again? Didn't quite catch that.
I said, who wants to go pickpocket the military with me?
I don't think that's a good call either.
Well,
I
you could
mean,
get caught.
We both have the highest sleight of hand, don't we? Because mine's, what, 11, I think?
Mine's 9.
Yeah, mine's 11, so...
Well, I'm not much of a common thief. No offense, of course. My skills are more, diplomatic and being able to get in and thrust really well. I mean, I thrust almost as well as a bard.
Not touching that one.
Yeah, it's a weird statement.
I would,
Sorry.
yeah.
All right, yeah. Nobody understands the whole bard thing. Fine.
All
I am
you
a
see
bard
is
and
It
I'm
was
just,
more the
I'm just sitting
thrusting.
here shaking
you
my
know what,
head.
you know what, you know
thrusting
what?
point.
You know what? How about you and Scanlan go grab a beer together and cry about it in the corner?
Hey, look what I can
Who
do!
the hell
And I
is
fly
that?
3 feet off the ground.
Sorry, Scanlan is a Vox Machina reference.
Yeah, I know, but Durlus doesn't know that.
I think I went to school with him.
So,
Kind of off topic of the RP, but definitely going with Vox Machina. Scanlan is probably one of the most underrated characters.
Oh, definitely. Our character backstory is based in Tal'Dorei for a reason.
If are you going to approach the general if he what happens if the general doesn't come out? Are you going to stay behind until he does, or?
Well, that's why I'm waiting to see what the collective group call is, because, let's say you guys go up to the checkpoint and do your sleight of hand rogue thing and manage to get us all passes. Well, I'm out of here. To heck with the Colonel. We're moving on.
So you want to wait it out here and see where things go?
We have some time left on our
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
our telepathic
basically-
bond. We could likely get over there and let you know that we've secured passage into the mountain.
Yeah, right. That's why. I'll wait here and see if the Colonel pops out, unless you guys do that first. Just play it by ear. If he pops out first, then we'll have a conversation. If you guys secure passage first, well, then, oh well. Would have been nice talking to you, Colonel, but gotta move on.
So possibly, why not just do 2? Ari and I could go try and grab at least 1 pass, because if we can get 1 pass, I can probably do an expert forgery for the rest if we even
yeah,
need that many.
That was my thought. You only need 1.
I can try and suggest it off him. I can try and sleight of hand it off him. Either way.
And I can sleight of hand it, you could also distract him while I try and sleight of hand it. I mean, you are an inch taller than me.
Friendship friends or something.
I really don't trust your saying sleight of hand. You literally tried to take money out of my hand as I was passing it to
Yeah, and you barely noticed.
Twinkleberry Snodsworth. I still
Barely
noticed, though.
noticed, and it was out in the open.
I also believe, though, if these gods may not be entirely human, they may pose some resistance to suggestion magic. I mean, if I were having someone guarded, yeah, I would certainly have someone with the ability to resist that. So, just good old-fashioned talking to them while someone else goes in and tries to steal a pass. Hit on two fronts. I do agree with whoever came up with that suggestion because it's absolutely brilliant.
Well, me and my entourage can play something to distract the guard while somebody else sleight of hands the pass off of him.
Well, so the quick question here would be, besides Ari and myself, who has the highest sleight of hand? Because I think I have the highest.
That would be you two. 100, definitely you two.
Yep.
I don't think that's a question.
So,
Yeah, I'm not even proficient in sleight of hand.
Ari could distract him with her entourage. I try and sneak in and just pickpocket pass, and then just need some time to make copies. And
Well,
if that
as a note, we are in a sci-fi world, so without Dan chiming in, I don't know what kind of passes they could be. They could be they could be tech badges and stuff, and
Multipass.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if
that-
forgery covers
yeah,
tinkering. So
That's a good point. And Dan's on his break, isn't he?
That's something to worry about once we have it in hand.
he's listening to this stream, so he may comment once it comes up in a little bit here. But that, like Dirtless just said, that's if we have it. So
All right, so what team shall we break to make sure that we have the best opportunity to complete this plan?
well, I think we're all going into the mountain, other than Zygerian, who will attempt to talk to
I think
the Colonel. And Dan
yeah,
just said
no,
the forgery would cover it.
In character, Zagarian is not going to be okay with using a forged pass, so he would much rather speak with the Colonel and try and do things legit.
Well, then Zagarian can go talk to the Colonel and distract the Colonel while we, try and steal a pass.
Yeah, I figured me and Whistler would go do the pass while Zagarian waits for the Colonel. And then if the Colonel hasn't shown up by the time we possibly forge the pass, and we can use the forge pass to go in. If we can't do that successfully, we'd have to either charisma check past the guards or sneak past the guards.
Do you need a distraction while you pick their pocket?
And that's what I'm doing, to do the distraction while Whistler picks the pocket.
Okay.
Durlith, I think maybe you and Tuki Tuki should stay with Zagarian, just in case the Colonel doesn't like somebody else getting involved in the investigation.
I guess, but I don't think he's gonna like me very much.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think Zagarian by himself is safer than anyone.
Well,
Yeah,
but
but
just
at
to
the
have
same
backup there
time,
just in case
Yeah,
something
at the-
goes in.
yeah, that is true, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind like somebody sitting at a table in the corner just in case things turn hostile.
Yeah, that's what I
Alright,
would
do
be around
that.
the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, so we know it's the Colonel's daughter that was taken, right? He might look forward to having some more help in getting her back, no matter how shady of a team that
Or
might
he
be.
might be pissed that amateurs are trying to do something and is going to get his daughter killed, and he'd rather do it through the military.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we already
that's a
know
point,
he's
too.
got violent tendencies and is not the nicest guy. So
Well, didn't he request help, which is why we were sent down here in the
No.
first place?
He
No,
did
no.
not. He did not. We don't know
Oh.
who requested this. That was not told to the captain. So
Oh, that does make things quite difficult. It's
That's-
like, hey, I'm trying to rescue your daughter, and he's like, who are you? And it's like, well, we're the rescuers.
and that was the dilemma of, did she leave on her own initially and he was unaware of the kidnapping until he already got here, or what? So it is a tricky situation. I think us getting into the mountain area will learn more. I guess I don't understand why we would not just all attempt to go at once and you steal the badge. Like, are you going to steal the badge before we head over, or?
Yeah, we want to try and use the badge to get past the guards.
So you're going to steal a badge from the guard and then show the guard his own badge?
No,
Or a
we're just
forgery
going to make
thereof.
copies of the badge for us, so we have identification to get through the checkpoints.
Okay.
That was the tentative plan. If we can successfully swipe a badge from, probably our best bet would be the guards down in the pub that are drunk, but I don't know what the plan solidly is for that.
There were some very drunk guards down there that were quite friendly with me.
All right,
That
so
would
I can
probably be
set up a front guard.
our best bet.
Quick
Would be
question:
go-
do these guards all have a uniform that we're going to have to also acquire? Because it probably would look weird just to have a guard pass and
It's a
just be in regular
plainclothes cop.
civilian clothes.
If I may, that's actually easily avoided. Theoretically, you only need one badge for Ari, and then she can use her disguise kits to easily take care of the uniform issue.
Ignore that in the Roll20 chat. I bumped the button.
Or we also are overlooking one very, very important thing. If all of their guards are human, and we look around at our assorted group here, I don't believe we have a single human amongst us. So that might make
here.
it a little
have
more
disguise
difficult to
spells.
pass off as guards.
I have disguise.
one.
I can't disguise you guys, but I can disguise myself.
I don't think they're all human because I mean,
I wouldn't
criminal
imagine
himself is
so.
a genasi.
Yeah, no. If we're talking about, and one thing that did come up was, they might have guards that might have resistances to like suggestion magic. Humans don't have something like that, so I would say it's an assortment of guards.
There's plenty of magic items which protect people. I don't believe Genasi naturally have that protection either, so it was likely, especially of his rank, and it could be that the lower guards do not, but his rank, it would make sense to not be susceptible to that kind of magic.
This is all taking too long.
Agreed. I think we should simply try to walk up to the guard station and pass through with Twinkleberry Snodsworth talking us through.
Who here has the
Myself.
best
Very
silver
well.
tongue?
He does
I'll
have
walk
the
up to the guard.
250
Hey,
gold.
See, at the front.
I don't have the best silver tongue, so I think it would be I think it'd be our Dragonborn friend. I'm still trying to get, wings.
My deception is 8 if it's a deception check to get past.
Yeah, I have a pretty decent deception.
I don't have proficiency in deception, so I'd probably have to stealth through.
Would it be persuasion or deception for that, though?
I think we just need one person to talk us past.
Agreed.
Depends on what we're saying to them.
Yeah, two
You
sides
know,
of the same
if we're-
coin.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm trying to lie my way through, it's deception. If I'm trying to tell the truth on my way through, it's more of a persuasion.
Well,
We're
I'm
trying to find,
I'm
Mr.
fine going with the
Genasi.
deception or stealth. I'm fine either way.
So I'm gonna walk up to him. Good day, sir.
Well, we're
We,
still in the tavern, I think, right now. So we'd have to go.
Oh,
there.
okay. So let's go there.
All right.
Yeah,
Alright,
everybody's
so-
still at the tavern. I'm still sitting at the bar waiting for the colonel to pop out.
Uh-oh. There we go. All right. I'm going to move Zygarian over here to the pub. Anybody who's chilling with him, yep, set yourself up over here. If you're going to the gate, you're already in the right spot.
The owl is no longer with us, by the way.
Woody
He
hoo!
took off with Gideon.
Ari, are we making that tentative? Are we doing that plan to try and steal a badge, or are we going to see if they have success at the gate first?
Let's try at the gate first, and if that fails, we'll try the forgery.
All right.
And then worst case, we'll have to stealth through. Well, I guess worst case would be rolling initiative, but let's try to avoid that.
And the Ultra Dracolich appear. Oh, wait. All right. So.
Go!
Ultra. I think we're at Ultra Mega stage now. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Ultra Mega Man!
You were supposed to get me the other one.
Oh, that's okay. Honestly, I was just sitting here thinking, and then the Alpha Tarask appeared.
It was a scrap the whole time.
My favorite was in a previous campaign when we were joking about that, and one of the players says, a Tarask appears. I'm like, a Tarask? Not the? What campaign setting were you in, bro?
Yeah, no, a Tarask. Are you kidding? No, the Alpha Tarask shows up.
Oh,
That's
yes.
a whole other ballgame.
With mythic actions. There is a small gathering at the gate leading into the mountain, the northwest checkpoint. There are 3 entry stations, 3 guards posted at each, and you've probably got about, just after looking at the first group of people here and how long it's taking them to get through, you've probably got almost an hour to wait here. A lot of
Alright.
grumbling in the line ahead of you.
Whistler, do you want to go with me down to the other pub and try and pocket a badge while they wait in line?
That's probably our best bet if it's going to take us an hour. There's no guarantee that the persuasion or deception would actually work, so pub it is.
Alright, how much was the bus? That'd be our fastest bet to get down there, I believe.
You're both heading down this way.
Yeah, to the Bloody Tooth.
Very cool. It is a gold piece for a day pass.
Alright, I got that.
Oh, it was a 3 gold, I thought.
Oh, that was yesterday. That's the old price.
Oh.
My charisma, I get it cheaper.
Well, let's see who's chilling in the pub at this hour. Oh yeah, there's a lot of guards in here at this point when you arrive down to the Bloody Tooth.
Ari wants to approach the drunkest guard.
Roll perception. Let's see how well you spot them.
If those one guards that I bought drinks for, I bought quite a few drinks for them, so.
You shows did.
So you said perception?
Yeah.
As a note, we should all be losing contact fairly soon, so we should plan for a meetup.
We'll
Well-
meet you back at Darkos.
Maybe the guards that are trying to lead everybody in a jovial military tune are the ones that fit the bill best.
Alright, Ari wants to go up and start playing the lute along with their song.
Oh, yeah, roll that performance.
I like that performance.
Well, what these drunken guards were unable to do, Ari accomplishes in the span of 6 seconds, with fortunately no failed concentration check.
All right. So while Ari is leading them in a jaunty, tune, Whistler's going to try and sneak up on the drunkest guard.
All right. Say advantage on your sneak check here.
That would be stealth, right?
Correct. Whew, 26. Alrighty. Well, you are in prime pocket picking position.
All right, and I'm going to try and reach in and grab his badge. Do I see his badge like exposed, or is it in like a pocket or something?
Right. Roll perception before your sleight of hand and see which one of his pockets might be the best one. It's gonna be a difficult pocket to pick if you're guessing correctly. It's on his front jacket. But he is moving around a lot. The buttons on the jacket are unbuttoned, so both sides of the jacket are kind of flailing about as he's dancing. So it's a difficult check, but entirely possible. The new character gets arrested in his first few rolls. Thank God for the advantage on the sleight of hand there.
Yes.
It's almost like a double shot there. Like as he's swinging in one direction, the momentum almost sends his military portfolio like flying out of his pocket. And as it's halfway exiting, you just kind of yoink. And you don't see the pass immediately because this is like a small steel case that's kind of clipped closed. It doesn't look like it's locked or anything, but this looks familiar, like this would have his personal effects and IDs and what have you.
Can I open it with an investigation check to see if the pass is there?
While you are still here present next to him, or are you kind of like trying to find a secret place?
I'm sneak off to a secret place. Not going to be a good look if he sees me looking at his personal effects.
Quite possibly. No check necessary in that case. The little billfold kind of pops open, and there's passes and coins inside of little steel pouches inside of this thing that are kind of magnetically clipped to each interior. So it looks like you've got his money, his ID, and this is probably his room key.
Ari has dibs on the room key and the money.
All right, so I'm going to kind of signal to Ari that I've got it, and hopefully she can get away from leading the jaunty tune.
I'll finish the tune and then follow him.
Easy peasy. And then are we heading back to the gate?
Is his room here at the bar? Or in the base?
What about the bar?
Is his room here at the pub, or is it back at the base?
It looks to be an access for a military barracks.
Okay, we'll head that way. Back to the rest of the group.
Gotcha. All right. And yeah, they're still waiting in line. It went a little quicker than expected. There's still one group ahead of them as you arrive back. Maybe 5-10 minutes more of a wait here. At the military pub, there is no sign of the colonel or anybody coming back out of that hatch under the bar. And this is like probably 90 minutes or so now after they've gone down there.
I want to ask Zagarian telepathically if he wants me to go
Nope.
see if it's still down there.
Nope, it's gone. It faded a while ago at this point.
All right, I'll circle back and talk to Zagarian. then.
Gotta do this manually.
Yep.
And then Whistler, I think, was gonna try to do a forgery on the gate path.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna try and do a forgery on his pass to see if it can get us through the gate.
Okay.
And then the plan was, if he can do that, I can use my disguise kits to give us uniforms.
All right. Roll or post the forgery check there. Or not check, but the ability. The main thing I want to see is like how time-consuming this is. Eventually, they gotta come out. That's right. Well, that's wonderfully vague. Let's...
That's just expert forgery. There's a forgery ability, though, as well, I thought. Or the tools.
That forgery kit proficiency here. I'm gonna see what... Oh, even more vague. Okay, how about
Is that
items?
something I would have in Thieves' Tools, or is that mostly just lockpicks and shit?
It's a different kit entirely.
Worth
Proficiency allows you to add your prof bonus. Yeah, so I guess that's just kind of up for speculation or GM ruling at that point.
I know there was the...
Probably
I
a
think
table.
the assassin rogue had a timetable on, like, create a persona or something. One of the rogues has, like, create a persona, and that had a timetable.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's different.
Maybe
I think
that's what you're...
establishing
That's
yourself
what I'm thinking, and maybe
an
that's what you're
identity.
thinking as well. There was a timetable to that one.
I have a backup idea, just in case.
Checking online, a short, simple document takes about a minute. Longer or more complex documents take 1 die 4 minutes per page or longer.
Yeah, that's what I just found.
I'm thinking in this respect, yeah, probably due to the complexity, it certainly is possible, but a die 10 is probably in that vein. So, yeah, you're estimating probably about 10 minutes it would take you to do this. Probably just want to find another place to do it so you're not in line forging it.
Yeah, that's probably the best bet. But I don't. Apparently there's a kit.
There is.
Because I don't have. That.
If
I'd have to get some.
Gotcha. If it's not already on your character sheet, it should be. Do you know how to do the drag drop from the compendium?
No.
So open your character sheet over the tabletop side of the map. Make sure it's not in a separate window. And then that lowercase I above the chat log is the compendium. You can type in any spell, any rule, any item, etc. Type in forgery kit, and once the item is there, you can just drag it right onto your character sheet, and it'll populate the necessary information. Saves a lot of manual typing and formula figuring. And what was Ari going back to check with Zygarian for?
I wanted to check and see if the kernel had come out yet, because apparently we don't have the telepathic connection anymore for me to know that in game.
Right.
And ask
It
him
lasts an hour.
Ask him if he wants me to go back down there and see if they're still there, or maybe there's a secondary exit from the cellar that they left through.
Gotcha. So while you're walking back there to chat with Zygarian, we have, I guess this will be an initiative roll, because it's pretty close either way. Alrighty, so those of you waiting patiently at the gate finish up a few moments before Whistler will be done with his forgery in his secluded location. So upon arriving at the trio of quite anxious and agitated guards, one of whom also appears quite bored today. Destination, passes, IDs.
Good day, sir. We are new to this area. We are offering ourselves to the
Destination.
Colonel.
Passes. IDs.
Oh, of course. But in order to do that, we need to speak with the Colonel because he's the one who's supposed to get us our IDs, passes, in order for us to be able to do a job that he has specifically requested for.
Roll deception.
Am I getting help?
Can I kind of chime in and be like, yes, we are hired for yet another mission as we are wont to do.
The three guards kind of look at each other suspiciously and then look over the ensemble gathered before them, seemingly checking for any kind of military identification in the slightest. Apparently not seeing any. Then go speak to the Colonel.
Yes, where is the Colonel by any chance?
Yes, we give that information to everybody. Next! He gestures at the people in line behind you who are very eager to start moving up after such a short wait in line.
Well, that was bothersome.
The
yeah,
secret
that didn't
handshake.
go quite so well.
Can we, as we walk, like I assume we're kind of like, all right, turn around and walk by. Can we see what kind of documents or passes the people behind us are pulling out to hand to the guards?
Check your perception, and let's just see who exactly is behind you.
Hey, not bad.
Right. It is a group of 8 people, each of whom has a paper document with some official embroidery around the edges, and then a very prominent stamp on the bottom. And the one word you can make out on each of these at the very top is it just says residential. And looking at all of these people in varying ages, they do appear to be related in some fashion, a family of halflings.
They just live inside the mountain then.
That seems to be the case, yeah.
We were just dumb and didn't know what the hell we were trying to get into. We're like, yeah, okay, yep, all right, we'll try again. Okay.
Fist bump, elbow, jazz hands. That's the secret pass. What's the secret phrase? Red light, green light. Oh God, turn around! Turn around, don't go! Don't do it!
As we're walking away, I think we could have just said we lived in there. We would have been okay.
Well, as
Still
you're
would have had to
exiting...
produce some documentation.
Quite possibly, yes, but it looks like it should be easy enough in the future.
Yeah, well, here comes Whistler complete with the documentation. I guess it's a matter of, are you heading to the group at the gate or back to the pub where you know some of the others are still gathered?
I should probably head to the pub with the others, because if we're separated and some of us get through the gate, then the others might be screwed.
Gotcha.
Well, we were also just turned away, right? Just a moment ago, so having some time to get some documents may not be the worst idea.
Ari doesn't know this yet, but would suggest that wait till the guard shift changes.
Yeah, so I would say head to the pub, and I've still got that forged documentation, so...
Right. Are we all planning on heading back there then, if we're not already there?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
I think so.
So Ari has made it there while some of you are still forging and trying to bluff your way past the guards. And yeah, Zagarian, Tuki, and Durlus are still chilling here. No sign whatsoever of the Colonel or any of the guys.
This place sucks. The old pub was much better.
Do we want me to go see if they're still down there? If maybe there's a secondary exit that they use? Because it has been quite a while.
What, you're just gonna slip down the trapdoor?
I'm thinking,
It worked last time.
where is the bartender at this point? The one that let her into the cellar to begin with?
That's the
He's
termites. They know where the bar's tender.
he is currently cleaning glasses and the bar top itself, and sweating profusely after serving this this early dinner rush.
I could just slip past him. He's distracted.
Zagarian's gonna kind of tap the bar and get the bartender's attention.
Ari's going behind the bar while he's distracted.
Yeah, another one, brother. Is about all the bartender can muster.
Zagarian's gonna put a gold piece on the bar and order tea. One that takes quite a while to steep.
Tea. You want water, you go dunk your head in the horse trough out there.
Zagarian just kind of grumbles and says, "Give me the tea."
Yeah, all right. Hey, Will! And one of the helpers here in the bar, a young strapping lad in his early teens, just kind of looks up, and bartender flicks him the gold coin, which amazingly doesn't get captured in midair by the 5 or 6 people between. And
Ari.
and he calls out, "Head on down to the tea shop, get us a box." And Will just kind of nods and steps on out.
Zagarian kind of looks at the bartender and says, "You make it."
Well, yeah, I can do that for you. Be a few minutes, though. I'll make sure to get you a clean glass there, sir.
That's fine. I just want to make sure somebody makes it who knows what they're doing.
Oh, you know it. And
Can I roll my stealth now?
yeah, please roll your stealth. All right. And roll perception as well, please. Or actually, investigation. Perfect. You didn't catch this last time when he let you down, but there is a way to grab the hatch that kind of like pushes in a button that unlocks it to allow it to be pulled up. So your initial kind of pull is like, what the hell? It's locked. And then you're like, oh, here it is. And you make your way down, close it behind you, and you don't hear a thing down here. It is pretty evident there's nobody down here.
Can I use detect magic?
Sure. Nothing within 30 feet, and the stone is blocking the room itself until you get all the way down the ladder and try to shimmy your way into the room again.
Yeah, I'm gonna creep in there.
All right. Yes, this table is completely empty. Even the dishes and mugs that the guys were drinking out of in here are all gone. It is a large room. It's a wine cellar. There's all kinds of kegs and racks up against the walls, but there's no obvious other way out of here.
Can I do like a perception roll or something? Check for traps and any kind of secret doors?
You can, but you're aware that with the size of this room, you might be down here about 30, 45 minutes. Assuming that it takes you a while to find such a hidden path. You might find it on the very first thing you search, but this is a big area.
Can I just do a quick scan then?
Sure.
Would that be investigation or perception?
If you're just doing a quick pass, I'd say perception. Yeah, nothing is standing out. It could be any of these. One of the wine bottles might pull aside a rack. One of the kegs might be hollowed out and lead somewhere else. It's like, yeah, this could be anywhere if there's something. I mean, they had to have gone somewhere.
I want to look for a few more minutes. We're still waiting for them to get back to the pub anyway.
Okay. Roll percentile for me, please.
That's the D100, right?
Yes, indeed. All right, and give me a couple of investigation rolls, please. Yep. Kind of split it up as evenly as you can, like maybe this part of the room and this part of the room. I'll check this wine rack and this set of kegs over here, and yeah, nothing.
All right, I'll go back upstairs.
All right. And we are all gathered again at the pub as the sun is well, no, I think it was early day when we started all of this because we got the day
It was
pass.
early day, yeah.
Exactly. So we're probably coming. That was probably a late breakfast brunch rush, then, as opposed to a dinner rush. So we're probably coming up like on midday at this point. Early midday, like 10:30, 11.
Well, that did not go very well at the gate.
No, I mean, the only other option would have been find the last person in line and, be quite brutal about gathering their documents, but I don't think that would have relished, especially in that location.
It does appear like as they're passing the halflings that we could just have residential paperwork. I got a decent look at them.
Do you colonels inside of the mountain, though? I mean, they were quite, adamant about not telling us where the colonel was.
I think that's a normal thing. Yeah, you normally don't tell people where your leaders are.
And
But
is there
whenever you
a
ask for a
tall
message-
building
guys,
nearby
if I
that I
could
could
jump
get
in
a
for a
nice vantage point on the colonel from? Oh, yes.
My Aunt Karen used to ask for management all the time and get them.
Yeah, I think that's different.
Baba
Booey.
Yeah,
she was-
If I could jump in for just a moment, what Zagarian's about to do is going to throw all of that off the rails.
I mean, we're sitting at a table or whatever. Yeah.
It's in character, so it's his nature.
Right.
I had another idea. If we can forego Zagarian's temper tantrum for a moment.
Oh no, this is in character. This temper tantrum has already left the station. It's left the dock. This is happening.
Everybody roll initiative. He's ruining it for everyone.
Do you have another one of those calming type spells that can be cast upon him?
Old person.
But before we do that, I'm gonna use mimicry. I'm gonna talk in Zygerian's voice and see if that just stops him in the middle of his temper tantrum.
Oh no, there's a problem with that, which also has to do with his bio.
Oh, God. Are
In
you
all
mocking
fairness,
me?
You should probably go over what you
No,
want to do.
hold on. Because would you be mimicking Zagarian's voice as it would naturally be, or as it is now? Because those are two different things.
Oh.
He didn't know you before, so obviously it's as it is now. But can we go over what you're going to do before you do it and get us all killed?
Do it.
Well, he's doing it, so.
Yeah, like I said, this temper tantrum has already left the station. The ship has sailed.
Good
As
person?
soon as Ari comes back up and reports to him, Zagarian kind of grumbles angrily.
Oh.
Little bit of his lip pulls up. A little bit of blue electrified smoke comes out. He kind of bangs a gold piece on the bar. Says, "For your trouble, bartender," and then storms out of the tavern towards the checkpoint.
Sir, your tea!
Okay.
Yup,
let him go.
nope. The gold piece is on the bar. He's already ignoring the bartender's existence.
Tuki Tuki walks up and takes the tea.
Oh, he hasn't even started
Always
making it
just
yet.
I'll
Never
eat
mind.
some of that tea.
Yeah, barkeep kind of shrugs his shoulder, grabs the coin, and at this point, Will comes back in with the tea and passes the box over to him. He's like, I don't know. Kind of hear him mumbling to himself, maybe he's coming back. And then he starts steeping the tea.
So I had another idea, but I'm not sure how it would get everyone in, but I could get myself in.
Yeah, Zagarian's storming off towards the checkpoint now.
Very cool. 5-10 minute walk or so. Let's see what may happen in the interim here at the pub.
As I'm sipping the tea, can I ritually cast a telepathic bond on the people who are here? So Zargarian is not here, so he's not part of the new telepathic bond.
Oh, okay.
So he stormed off before I could do or say anything. So he is,
Hey,
he is
yeah.
out of the group chat.
Yeah, I told you it was about to throw things off the rails.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute him here so nobody can hear.
Show me how to do that in real life.
Oh goodness. So, yeah, what's happening with Whistler? He's probably got the best news of the group right now.
I just kind of hold up the documentation and I'm kind of looking around at the group and I'm sitting here like, whose voice am I mimicking to talk?
Am I talking like this now? It doesn't make any sense. No.
Because the only way a Kenku can actually talk is through mimicry. They can't talk otherwise. So I either have paper out and I'm writing on it, or I'm mimicking someone's voice.
Mimic the bartender.
Mimic the person with the best charisma. That's how that works, right? Transitive property.
Well, Zagarian would be counted out because he's not even there now.
I have a 20 charisma.
You'd probably be the one I'd mimic then. Be kind of.
Imagine the 18 he's got me beat.
Even if he has wings.
Oh yeah, that. I was just thinking that. I was like, he's got wings, so.
Oh boy.
I would probably use mimic Ari's voice.
All right.
Fine with me. I did want to get the room pass and the coins from Whistler when he came back in.
I pass him off and I say, well, I've got the documentation, but it wasn't ready in time for us to go through, and now what's his name? The big guy left.
Well, we can literally, instead of trying to say we're guards, we can say we live in the city.
Is that
in
before,
the mountain.
It's a military pass. We could just bypass the whole line, right?
Quite possibly. The guards did say that the colonel, if we were expecting him, would have provided paperwork, but
I had an idea, but we'd have to wait for the shift change. Since you guys were already there.
well, there
Just-
was multiple lines.
And also bear in mind that you were told to be as quick as you could with this. We didn't know exactly what kind of time limit we were dealing with. but-
Correct.
Well, we have the original pass that Whistler took off the guard. I could use disguise self to appear as the guard on the pass and maybe use that military
Escort it
credentials
through.
to get them to escort them through as part of the job they were assigned by the colonel.
And what are the chances that the new guards know that person? The person that they just dismissed from duty.
Well, I could use somebody else, disguise myself as just a general guard and use one of the forged passes.
Well, I think she grabbed the guard. You said you grabbed that pass from a guard elsewhere.
I have a room pass once we're in the barracks for the guard that we distracted at the Bloody Tooth.
So they've likely been off duty for a little bit. It's possible that the guards who are on shift currently have replaced them, or they. It's a large city, so.
And we're chancing it either way.
Correct.
I just thought it might give us a little bit more credential if I looked like one of the guards.
Are there pictures on the badge or pass? that you can name this person?
It's a holographic trigger.
Gotcha.
And I just saw the guard, so I can disguise myself as
True,
him
true,
pretty
true.
easily.
I mean, that does seem to be our best bet. If she could lead us through as our escort, that would bypass lots of this issue.
That was my thought process as well.
No, I agree. That's a good call.
All right, let's do it already.
When we were there was there was 3 lines you said. Was there another line or something for the military to approach? Kind of like a TSA express lane?
Exactly. Yes, there were.
There was?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And that's about where Zygarian is making his way now as the rest of the group discusses their plans at the pub. And yeah, now that it's approaching midday, the lines are even longer, but you do recognize the military line separate from the other ones, which currently has nobody in it.
Okay, as he approaches and sees, he stops for a minute, takes a deep breath, reaches inside his breastplate, pulls out his sigil of Bahamut, kind of arranges it so it's in obvious plain sight, and then grabs a second necklace and kind of takes it off, holds it in his hand, and then walks up to the military checkpoint, kind of adamantly, and says, "I am reporting to Colonel Starr."
They look over your badge. One of them goes, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic.
I just had that song playing like 2 minutes ago.
Well, let's see here.
I thought that's what I heard from in there.
Roll a persuasion or charisma check there for me, Mike.
And then he died.
Would intimidation be applicable?
Hell yeah. And if you didn't want to use charisma and wanted to kind of use more of your size, strength is certainly a substitute you could use. That's kind of the case with every skill. It's like one of the unwritten rules in 5e is if you can find a reason to use this attribute for this skill, then fucking go nuts with it. It's not always going to be the case, but... Damn!
Disadvantage because he's by himself.
Oh, no. Because of the other pendant that he pulled out and took off and is now holding in his hand. I guess you could call it a personal trinket.
Well, the guards part aside and they just kind of wave you through the cordon.
Okay, I guess Zygarian's just gonna walk on through and look for, the office that looks like it's the guy who's in command. It's his office.
Very cool. There are immediate offices on the other side of the cordon here, but that's probably more like the gate supervisor or something, not the colonel itself. He's probably located somewhere secure in the mountain, you would imagine. Roll a insight check.
Insight?
Yeah, just see kind of where your gut's leading you on this. All right. Well, you're figuring they work 9 to 5, so let's head that way. And he goes into the mountain.
He's just lost in the marriage now.
We're gonna follow close behind.
Okay,
or with
even
him.
though that did not go the way I thought about it in my head, I'm gonna take that as an epic win.
Hey, you got in. The door opened. You got in.
You're lost, but you're in.
And yeah, maybe 8-9 minutes behind. Here comes everybody else back to the gate, and pretty much same situation. All three of the civilian lines are extremely packed, and the military line is quite vacant. Disguise yourself. All right. Well, this guy was short and fat, so we're gonna go with that. Drop the form. Yep. All right. Basic outfit.
Nearly 5 foot, so that should work out.
Very cool. Yeah, that's approximately his height as well, so you don't necessarily need to change your height. Just more so the girth to match the portly corporal whom you are copying. He's definitely gonna fail his next inspection.
Perkins.
I have his room key that might give me a little bit more credential.
Very true, very true. Okay. And we're approaching the military line, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
All right. So all of you approach, and immediately the guards assume a defensive posture. None of you obviously appearing military except for the one in the front. So it is a bit of an odd assembly. The one in the guard in the center, though, does not have hands on weapons. Instead, just has his hand on his scanner and just kind of greets you with a nod as you approach.
The colonel requested these guys for a job. I'm supposed to escort them through the barracks as security.
Your pass?
I give him the pass that we swiped off of the guard.
Identification from each of you.
They can give him the forged papers, right?
The only thing forged is the actual military pass itself, to my knowledge.
No, the military pass is the one I stole off of him, and then Whistler made copies.
Yeah, I made
Of the
copies.
passes, I thought.
Yeah, he used forgery to forge the signature off to give them military passes.
Right, so we all have passes, but as far as
You
IDs...
don't have IDs.
Well,
yeah.
you have your IDs, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was...
Which are fine.
Right, to my knowledge, we didn't have any forged IDs, because we would have
Correct.
just all been going through as, wow, this fucking mom had octuplets.
Yeah.
And they're all the same guy.
Crazy.
Right?
Their straight IDs shouldn't really be an issue, though, would it? Because they're just being
Exactly. Except for possibly you, as we had discussed earlier. But yeah, that should not be an issue in general, unless somebody has reason to speak up and be like, yeah, somebody might be looking for me.
I think I'm the only one that's technically wanted, and I'm disguised as the guard, so we should be okay.
Right, and you do have his ID.
Yeah, so I should be fine.
That was all in his kit, so yeah. Alright, let's just check. See who has... Oh man, there it is. I have the death sentence on 12 systems. Oh, wow, against all fucking odds, it's Mr. Twinkleberry Snodsworth. Alright. Ooh,
That has what?
the death sentence on 12 systems.
Well, actually, here's also the funny part. I have criminal contacts. My character was a spy in a former life.
Yeah, that's why when the scanner goes off over each of your characters, it's a yellow light, and at which point the guard kind of backs away from you, returns any possessions that they've asked to examine, primarily weapons. You're all carrying weapons, so they just kind of want to make sure what the deal is. But once the light turns yellow, they're kind of like, all right, go ahead. And when it comes to Snosworth, it turns red, and there's kind of a flicker for a moment. And as many people are kind of prone to do when a piece of tech seems to malfunction, they just kind of doom, 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 doom on the screen. And it goes to yellow, and they're like, all right. And you're able to pass through. So it looks like whoever you paid for those phony documents maybe didn't do the best job, but it was sufficient.
We can call my guy once we get back on the ship. You'll be alright.
Alrighty, and upon making it into the mountain itself, we are essentially at the city plaza, where it is just a vast open space. Immediately, maybe 50, 60 feet ahead, you can see where the ceiling actually reaches the top of the mount itself, and there's an energy shield of some sort, just kind of protecting that section from anything that might try to come in or out. Otherwise, it's a very beautiful atrium. A lot of plants, a lot of trees around here. Everything has kind of been constructed to look as pleasant as possible, probably to offset the fact that everything in here is just so claustrophobic.
Right quick, where is Zagarian in relation to everybody else? Because last I heard he was just on the other side of the checkpoint.
You had made it to the other side of the checkpoint, and then you were starting to just make your way in, following your best guess as to where the colonel's office would be.
Is he within range of message?
Let's see. Post it up. 120 feet. Let's see.
Because he's just kind of wandering. He couldn't have gotten that far.
There, yep. Can cast it through solid objects, so yeah, you don't necessarily need to see.
Well, hold up. I don't know about that. I'm 7 foot tall. I got a good sized freaking gate, you know.
But you don't know where you're going.
Beside the point, a wandering pace for me would be a full freaking sprint for you.
That's the same technically.
That's racist.
We all have the same movement.
Well,
Wait. It's not racist. It's not racist. It's sizist. Get it right.
These shifts. You're calling me little because I'm a little tiefling and you're a giant blue asshole.
Well,
we have the same movement speed.
Upon entering the atrium here, all of you spot what he probably spotted when he came in, which is another section off to the right that is obviously got a military structure to it as compared to the natural beauty of the rest of the atrium. And it also says barracks right above that. And if you're casting message, he is within range.
I tell him to head back towards the entrance so we can regroup.
Well, when you receive this message, Zygarian, you are actually inside the barracks already. You've passed through another checkpoint and gotten the information as to where Colonel Starr's office is. The only problem is he's not in the office right now, so you're just kind of in this hallway, standing right in front of his office. You're like, well, he's gonna be back here eventually. But you know you're also very close to the rest of your party, because they have to now be inside the mountain, or maybe scaling the outside of the mountain, if they were to reach you with that.
Tinkles flew us up.
Wait, hold on, let me read something right quick. I'm not sure if I'm reading this right. Is message a one-way thing, or can I respond?
You can respond.
In fact, yeah, you can hear and reply in a whisper that only is heard through the two of you.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her for a landmark to meet at.
The front of the barracks.
And off I go.
All right, and once again, everybody is gathered just inside of the city. We got a few more minutes here before we close down, so let's see exactly what our next plan is and take it from there.
Am I remembering correctly that the cultists, the hooded people, were spotted heading inside here?
Yes.
Well, as long as we're all standing in front of the barracks talking, would it be possible for me to just kind of give the party a quick briefing on everything that happened?
Absolutely.
Well, then that's exactly what Zagarian does.
Excellent, Smithers.
Okay, so would we gain anything from going
I
to
heard
check
that
out
laugh.
this guard? Would we gain anything by using this guard's room key to check out his room, or
I wouldn't imagine so, other than his personal items, and they don't seem to be the most well paid, so
my personal items?
I think that just runs
And
a
then
risk of
that's when
encountering guards they know.
And when Ari says her personal items, that's when Zagarian puts his hand out and that little key dangles again.
You never let me do nothing. Okay,
Right.
so where would the...
That's just the look of protest, like, no! It's mine!
It has my name on it. I am guard number 4.
Do we know what these cultists look like?
I think all we know is that they were wearing dark hoods.
Well, maybe we should start by asking around if anybody's seen anybody like
Can
that.
I use detect thoughts to see if anybody's seen the cultists?
That's one target per, yeah? Let's see it.
Yeah, let me double check.
I'm really surprised I hadn't thought of this sooner, but I'm gonna present to the party whoever has the highest perception, investigation. Where's the nearest Temple of Bahamut?
My investigation is 10.
So is mine.
Mine's 8, so not mine.
I mean, would we know if there is a Temple of Bahamut here?
It's
probably
your
just ask
first
somebody.
time. Yeah, it's your first time
Yeah.
being on this planet, but it's
Yeah.
possible maybe you saw a sign or saw a pamphlet or a hologram or something about it in your travels here so far.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure like what skill check would be, like perception, investigation. I don't know.
Probably gather info. Or is that even a skill anymore? I think that's
No.
yeah, that's exclusive to
I
no one.
don't
So yeah,
think-
that's investigation.
I rolled a 26.
Investigation it is then.
Something, something.
24 for me.
Yeah, there's one actually listed as being on the command deck of the starship.
Well, that was super helpful.
So yeah, I mean, you can kind of just pick people out here of the crowd up to 1 minute, so you can essentially pick 10 random people and just kind of read their surface thoughts and see if any of them are dwelling on shrouded figures in the middle of the night.
How about we ask them about it so they're already thinking of it while you use that?
Yeah, somebody can do that while I'm doing detect thoughts.
All right, I could use persuasion.
Wait, who was it that knew where the temple was?
I did.
Both of us did, I think,
Collectively among the group,
We
you
all
had
know.
seen information that there's a temple in the command deck.
Okay, well then Zagarian is going to rather adamantly say to the entire party that he needs to stop by there before we leave.
Okay, just remember that, I guess.
That's your prerogative, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a character thing. He's on a pilgrimage of Bahamut. He has to stop by a temple of Bahamut whenever possible.
For sure, for sure.
If we didn't tell you there was one, what would that mean for you?
Oh,
Because you would have left without it.
Well, no, it would mean for Zagarian that he done goofed.
Yeah, I'm asking for Zagarian. In character. That was an in character question of, if you didn't know it was there but you skipped it, how does that affect your pilgrimage?
Generally, gods can be pretty fickle about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of take away all your powers and make you do some kind of repentance thing.
Just a big old lightning bolt just takes him out.
That seems.
Oh, well,
that seems
hold on.
pretty
If we're gonna be in
risky.
character, hold on. If we're gonna be in character, then Zagarian just kind of looks at you, says, "Lineage, we'll work it out." Or wait, does your character know about, his generational Bahamut paladin status?
You said
I
something
have
about it at the intro.
I'm proficient in religion and arcana and history, so I'm really,
Okay,
really smart. So I would say, unless
okay,
the DM
well
says
then, hold
otherwise, yes, I know a lot of
Yeah.
things about things.
Well, hold on then. Technically, since I never put it away, I still have that amulet medallion in my hand. Would that be like a perception check for him to notice it?
If it's out plainly, then we can assume he's aware of what kind of garb and possessions you have on.
Oh,
Well-
you must. Nobody cares.
Oh, hush. No,
What
he
is
just
the
kinda-
medallion?
He just
Would I
has
know what
kinda
it
in
is?
his hand.
Nobody
Sorry.
cares.
Yeah. What would I know what his medallion is?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah,
just
that's
a
why.
Bahamut or-
It might just require a check or two. Other than that,
What would
Sure,
your
so
passive
It-
religion be, so to speak?
I mean, I'm proficient in religion, and it's an int skill, so it's 10.
So yeah, your passive would be 20. So yeah, no check really necessary. If there's anything about your character there, Michael, that you
Well-
want to divulge to him that a knowledgeable character would know.
okay, well then, you know what? To heck with it. Zagarian's just gonna open his hand and present a medallion to him. It's a family crest with military rank insignia and a purple ribbon purple stripe going through one corner.
Sweet.
And I assume that is the lineage you're talking about, your family's history.
It's his family crest, his most recent military rank, and the purple stripe indicates medical leave and or dismissal.
Ah, I see.
So while all this is going on, can I kind of try and sneak up on Zagarian and try and hit one of his wings?
Wait, what?
Zargaryen
I
doesn't
don't have
wings.
wings.
Yeah.
Or
I
not
don't have
Zagarian, Tinkleberry.
Why are you trying to go after my wings?
He's jealous.
Cause I'm a Kenku and I hate people that can fly.
You're
Yeah,
jealous.
I'm backing away from you right now.
I'm trying to sneak up on you.
Roll it up.
So are we doing the detect thoughts thing, or?
Yeah, that's happening while all this other RP is happening as well.
Yeah, that's what Durlus was doing. He's going to start interrogating people and try and ask about
And
the
Ari,
rogue figures.
Flick Whistler on the nose and tell him to knock it off.
Alright, so...
You stop that.
I kind of just mimic, "Can you stop that?" And then I kind of sulk away.
We had it.
And the detect thoughts actually comes in pretty money, especially after Durlus's suggestion of kind of bringing that topic to the forefront for people. And we will get into the specific back and forth of it next time, because this is going to be our next hook here that I imagine we're going to spend a good amount of RP with. But instantly, based off of the detect thoughts on this person, you just found one of them.
You always cliffhanger when I'm doing something cool.
That's how you gotta do it. That's a good GM skill, my friend.
That's a good spot.
Fantastic work tonight, all as usual. I really enjoyed the solid RP session. No combat whatsoever. It's really fun to get these in on occasion. I've heard a lot of players kind of make comments here and there about how come we don't ever have a whole lot of RP, and well, you just got to be part of the right night, because
2 sessions of RP. Literally,
Exactly.
the only combat was Tookie destroying people in a round.
Very true.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
the next round bit of combat is going to be somebody
PvP?
touching my wings and getting a rapier to the face.
Oh,
Yes.
Tookie,
Yes.
I wanted to mention something.
Yeah.
When you were in that bar room brawl last week, have you ever seen the movie Cannonball Run?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Dan, please tell me you've seen it.
Oh man, a few times, but a long time ago for sure.
Okay, remember that scene where Jackie Chan and his partner, I forget the guy's name, they stop by like this farm fruit stand and a bunch of bikers pick a fight with Jackie?
Oh man.
Yeah, Tookie's bar fight reminded me of that.
Yeah, you gotta watch who you're picking up for sure. As much as I'm a big fan of like super badass combats like we're having on Tuesday night with the Dracolich, I'm equally a fan of my villains being just completely inept, like we had in one of the early sessions here for the Monday night game when I had the Enchantress. Yeah, she fell off the bridge, broke her neck. Tookie splattered her with the drow poison. Like everything that could go wrong went wrong. Her protector had the ability to absorb damage as long as he was within 5 feet of her. Well, he kept getting pushed out of the way, or she kept falling off shit. Loved it.
Yeah, I gotta say, that checkpoint bit went way differently than I thought it would.
I legit
hon-
was gonna start a fight.
Yeah, no, I honestly expected to be in front of like some freaking supervisor guard getting interrogated or something.
It certainly could have went that way. I mean, there's any number of ways we could have approached this, and you guys definitely discussed a number of them just in the RP. Which is, again, just very pleasant for myself, because, yeah, I didn't feel much like talking a whole lot tonight anyway, so that worked out well for everybody. And
In the show for you.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not complaining at all. Like, that's literally how I tried to design Zagarian, so he could do stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
I just didn't think it would work so well.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool when you get to use those abilities with your character that don't always come into play when you're just in initiative after initiative and trying to scrounge for that long rest so you can get your shit back. When you're in RP sequences, it's a little bit more, well, yeah, I could fucking decapitate this guy in one swing, but where does that progress what we're trying to do here? Likewise, I could try to persuade or deceive, but if things go wrong, how could this likewise affect things and send us back into that initiative after initiative? And things can just go any number of ways when you're in a delicate situation like this, and we got a lot more to explore of this still. I do have maps prepared for certain scenes ahead, and we've not even gotten to the first of them, so it is nice to be a bit ahead of the curve in preparation in that respect. And Evan, very great tonight. Pleasure to have you here at the table. Thank you for joining in, and everybody else, thank you for being here as well. We got a nice steady group here on Mondays, and it's starting to coalesce into something pretty cool.
I really hope I can join again. It was fun.
Yep, very awesome tonight.
Glad you enjoyed. Until tomorrow night, friends, we got another open table.
Yeah, I must say, I still have the same complaint as last time. The session ended too quickly.
I hear you, brother, man. I wish I could go like 3-4 hours on each of these nights for sure, but I am as much fun as it is doing this as many nights a week as I do. I'm also very much looking forward to the May the 4th, which will be the final game that I run for a week, because May the 5th, first heads up of this, no Enemir or Asilia that night, because I got real life plans going on that evening outside of this. So next week we will, or is that the week after? I think it's next week. We'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to conclude with Star Wars What If on May the 4th be with you. But otherwise, I got a week off after that, doing some prep work here for the stream, recharging these batteries and what have you. All that good stuff. Can't wait to get to that. Can't wait to get to tomorrow night for the Ultra Dracolich and just see what's ahead in that respect. Until next time, friends, are you with us?
Thanks much.
Live long. All I have to say about all that Star Wars stuff, live long and suck it.
Good night, guys.
Good night.